ActiveCampaign split testing. In this video, I'm going to try and save you a little heartache and show you a mistake not to make. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So by way of example, I'll show you what I've done and what you probably want to avoid in the future. This is an automation that simply sends out emails, waits a day, sends out another email. Wanted to test what would happen if we made some changes. And would it improve or not improve the click-through rate? So this email here, we split tested and basically changed the headline, or sorry, the subject line of the two, and then puts them back in, and then they receive the rest of the emails. But there's definitely a split right here. It's a 50-50 split. While it's running, you cannot edit it, so that's fine. But we just set up a simple 50-50. Half of them go to one, half go to the other. Now, the results to date are this. So for the A leg, the original, 34% out of 116,000 have opened and 14.8% have clicked. That's the one we're trying to improve, the 14.78%. Now, the split or the test or the experimental has 720 contacts through it and a 12.2%, so about 2% lower click-through rate. So far on the surface it appears that it's not better, obviously, and the control will be the one to stick with. Now, I always use some kind of statistical significant calculator, and I'll be honest, I do not remember or recall exactly how the math works. I'm just kind of trusting that this is telling me the right thing. So I put in the numbers, the number of visitors for each split, 116K there, 718, and then the conversion. So this is what, 14.8% equals 17,000. This is like 12.2, so it's 88. And then just click on calculate significance. It spits out a result. And if I remember right, the lower the value for a p-value, the better, the more significance there are. And it says it's significant. Doesn't really give me a lot of details, which is fine. However, I don't believe it. Now, watch this. Let's just say we had 4 more conversions. It would give me this p-value and say, sorry, not significant. Now, I'll be honest, that doesn't concern me. What concerns me is my mistake. Let's go back here and take a look at this. And actually, just look at this. How many people have been through this? 116,000. How many have been through this? 720. So I started this about a week ago, the split test about a week ago, and I tapped into what was already running. So the results for the original are a reflection of what has happened in the past. So I'm unfortunately comparing two different populations. What I should have done is create a split test and then split just the current traffic and compared two different subject lines. So I'm going to go ahead and make that fix right now and hopefully prevent you from breaking or causing issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this split and I'm going to keep the A leg. So let's do that. Oops, let's go ahead and delete that. I want to keep this path so the B leg goes away. So effectively that split test is done. And where was it? It was right here. There it is. So now we want to do a split test. Now watch what I'm going to do a little bit different here because I'm going to do basically 2 split tests. Watch this. So we're going to split it. I am not really going to do so we are going to stick with never split indefinitely. And I'm actually going to add another split test right here. So half is going to continue to go to here, which is the original control. But right here, I'm going to add another split. So again, an even split. I'm going to apply it right there. And watch what I'm going to do. I want to make a copy of this email because I don't want to muddy the waters based on how many people have gone to there. So I'm going to make a copy of this, put it right here, and then I'm going to make a copy of the previous split test and put it right here. And they're both going to come right back to this wait state. So this is the split test we want to compare. We're not going to worry about this too much. We're going to look at this. Okay, I made a slight change in the way I did this. I'm only doing 1 split. Now the biggie is this is a copy of the previous email that was here because I want to do a 50-50 split. I don't want to use the original email because I want to basically have stats for the new one. So I already know what my control is. I know the percentage. I now want to build up going forward what the percentage is to the copy of it versus the split. So that was the biggie, is I definitely needed to make a new version of this for it to work. So going forward, people are going to come down here, they're going to get split 50-50, and I'm going to get clean data. So the audiences will be similar that go through each of them. There's no variables other than the email subject and content, which is kind of a big difference. And then we'll be able to see which one gets the better click-through rate. That's ActiveCampaign split testing.